Hi, welcome Aries. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for April the 7th through to the 13th, 2014. So, first let me thank you, applaud you for all of your likes and your shares, your favorites, your comments. I am reading them. And I do appreciate them. And welcome new subscribers. Welcome back past subscribers. And if you're brand new, pull up a chair and let's find out what our week is going to be. I think it's going to be exciting reads this week. I'm looking forward to doing them because the Cardinal Grand Cross is next week. So this is all in preparation of a huge portal that has been opening to us. But I think this really marks the spot in time for us next week. So we really need to do a lot of work. Okay, it's going to be a work week. And it's not going to be, well, it could be. Let's get into the cards, okay? Because that's where the messages come the clearest. So we have the Eight of Wands and the Two of Swords together. And the Eight of Wands and the Two of Swords is all about letting ideas come forward, brainstorming, really being open to some new ways of doing things, looking at things, experiencing things, how you experience them. And this really comes from your gut. Okay, you're wearing a blindfold. So what you see and what you hear isn't going to be necessarily relevant to the situation and how you really need to react to it, or what you need to do or change. Swords cut out. So then we have three cards over here together. We have the Lovers, the Ten of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. You should have saw me shuffling your deck. I wish I would have taped it. I don't like to waste your time doing that whole thing. But today I wish you could have seen it because cards were flying all over the place and cards were coming out in doubles, and I took note of everything, I promise you. So these three cards and these two cards kind of came out together with the Lovers here. So, and we have love on this side. So it's very much about your emotion, your well-being, your love, your partnerships, and all of the lessons that you have learned because of that. And how they represent a new way of thinking, a new way of acting, a new way of appreciating, a new way of doing, of being. And the warning to this is right underneath it, the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords. And this is really telling me that if you don't cut some things out of your life, if there is a mirror image not going forward. So who you think you are, what you believe to be, who you are, and what you do, what you want to create. And if those things in your mind and in your heart do not match up to the reality of how you put yourself out into the world and who you surround yourself with, you're going to have a lot of heartbreak. You know, there is a door opening. And the question is, for each of those doors that open for the month of April, you really have to think through it and see how it applies to your truth. And in some cases, you will be cutting people, cutting ideas, cutting things, situations out of your life, and walking in a new path with people that need to surround you, things that need to surround you, attitudes that need to surround you. And there's a definite warning here that if you fail to ignore the situations, pretend they'll go away, it's not going to be an easy road for you. Please take that to heart. okay? You know, you may be in a relationship where you are really valued and loved, and that's great. You might be in a relationship that you are only doing things, and I don't necessarily mean romantic here, partnerships, relationships, sibling relationships, neighbors, work, business, career, community, family, lovers. In every situation, you really need to look at whether or not you are doing what you're doing and putting yourself out into the world based on if it's to make them happy or to make you happy. Because it has to be about making you happy right now. The Ace of Swords sits in the middle. This is aha moment after aha moment after aha moment of you realizing your truth. It's going to stare you right into the face. Please do not ignore that, okay? That is your God, your universe, your spirit guides, and your angels saying you need to look at this. You need to address it in order to move on. And aces are all about moving down a brand new path, an exciting path, a wonderful path. One where what you envisioned for what you want to create or who you want to be or who you want to be with going forward will materialize. But if you're not going to look at the issues, this is really, you need to put action behind the understanding of all kinds of relationships in your life. So you would know where the most focus needs to be, okay? For every one of you Aries out there, you're really zeroing in on different relationships and different situations, okay? If you're not in a relationship, but it is all about your heart and how you put yourself out there, then people are going to be coming into your life this week, last week, next week, to teach you lessons, to open your eyes to what you need to look at right now. So make sure that what your heart and your mind is saying as who you need to be is for you and not to please other people or to keep things comfortable for other people. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Hangman. Well, fate is definitely pulling you. Make no mistake. Okay, some of the things are controlled right now, but I really think that the universe is putting things into our laps. And you're kind of in you're kind of stuck in the now. You have to address the now. It's not last week or last year or the last decade as so much as the moment right now, in order to give you the understanding, in order to see the doors opening in front of you and knowing whether or not you need to walk through that door. Okay, so it's going to be soul searching this week. Definitely this week, talk to your angels and your spirit guides, your God, your universe, okay? It doesn't have to be formal. It doesn't, I know we like it. They like it too. When we dim the lights and light the candles and put on the soft music and take a couple of deep breaths and have that one-on-one communication with them. But you can do it brushing your teeth. You can do it while you're on the bus going to work or on the coffee break or walking the dog or during your exercise routine. And don't worry, somebody said to me, oh my gosh, you know, when I'm brushing my teeth, like, they're there anyways. So, well, you might as well talk to them while they're there, right? They're always there. So whether or not you acknowledge that they're watching you brush your teeth or not, they're still going to be right there with you while you brush your teeth. So talk to them. and have a lot of communication. And, you know, this situation is happening with me. How do I handle it? What should I be looking at? What is my truth? What gives me balance? Not is it right, is it wrong? Don't do that. Does it give me balance? Because if making those people happy in your life gives you the ultimate joy and balance, does give you the ultimate joy and balance, it's not a burden that's on your back, but rather something that enlightens you, then absolutely you should still be doing it. But if you're doing it only for the sake of disrupting your life slightly in order to have a better life, then you really need to look hard at it this week. Okay? Universe is shouting it. Cards are shouting it. So, until next week, you know, stay in your truth, stay in your light. Apply all those lessons that you've learned in love and what you love, in relationships, partnerships, and just being able to look in the mirror and saying, wow, I love you. You're great. And we're going to go far together. Now, that's going to be beautiful. So you really have to do the work this week. You can't ignore situations. You can't hope that that situation is going to evaporate or disappear if you just don't give it any recognition. Okay, it's fate putting things in your path this week, and you really need to address who you are, what you're demonstrating as who you are, and where the disconnect might be, and how to make it a single force going forward. So until next week, remember, I love you.